And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? What's that? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. The Packers at 7-3 now on the year. And they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
This is fielded inside the 5. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Willis. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Second down, here's Willis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. You know, we had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers going to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They begin with Henry. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down. Here's Willis. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A first down carry for Henry. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Willis. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete to Doubs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's taken in by Watson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got Doubs over the middle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. 3rd down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On the return is Pettis. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Watson complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Crosby is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
From the 10. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 37-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Up the middle, Jones. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Willis now off play action. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Get 300! Get 300!
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Taken from about the 12. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 17-yard line.
Okay, ready?
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Three. Hey, check that, three.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. Steps and not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket. He tucks it and goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On the jump. 50 Bobcats. Hey, man.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way up at the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Willis, and just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring your attention to him as well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
And a It's a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Willis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Here's Willis. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down. Bullock's kick is good, and that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Rodgers to throw. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Titans. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. He was brought down there by Julian Love. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Willis. Forced out to his left. This is caught. It's Woods. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Willis to throw. And his pass incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Willis. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying 4th quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free.